Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Hope. I am healing others' pain every day. It has been a while, people. I have been in the midst of running a business, still maintaining a job with corporate America while trying to serve the youth in the community. So it's been extremely busy. But I am so happy to be back. In the midst of me being gone, I still see that I have obtained some new subscribers, and I'm very appreciative to y'all. Just to give you, for those who don't know, to give a little bit of background about myself, I am a Philadelphia native, born and raised. I am a mental health professional. I have been in the field for roughly 15 years, specifically working with women and youth in the urban community. And my goal is to help youth and women, specifically African Americans, to reach mental and emotional health and wellness. So that is pretty much what my calling and my purpose is, and I'm dedicated every day to helping people achieve that, in order to live successful lives. So today I wanted to talk about by the way, I am on Instagram at I_am hope. I_AMH, the number 0 PE. I am hope. And you can find me on Instagram, and you can follow me for daily information and education on mental and emotional health and wellness. So I wanted to talk a bit today about a DM that I received from someone in reference to, it was basically, I talk a lot about, relationships, and how the relationships that we partake in, the effect that they have on our emotional and mental health and well-being. And the DM that I got was from a female asking, when do you know enough is enough as far as a relationship, and when to end a relationship? So I actually, I waited to give her a response, because I actually did a live on it. I didn't respond back to her personally, because I felt like that was probably a question that many wanted an answer to. And to be honest with you, I don't have a finite answer for that. When it comes to relationships, and relationships of any kind, with your partner, with your parents, with your children, all of that. But specifically pertaining to relationships, only you will know when you've had enough. Only you will know when you're tired. No one can determine when you've had enough. Only you know that. What I will say is this: the fact that you're even entertaining that thought, that pretty much means you're pretty much already there. And excuse my appearance, guys. I just got home from the gym. I'm like just trying to work it out. I'm trying to exercise and lose this weight, baby. Like I'm just trying to do so many things. So excuse my appearance, but I wanted to get on and do this video. So again, getting back to the issue at hand, when do you know enough is enough? Only you know that. What I will say is this: you date, you marry, and you engage in relationships at the level of your self-esteem. You date, you marry, and you engage in relationships at the level of where your self-esteem is. So if you are suffering from low self-esteem, if you're dealing with identity issues, if you're dealing with um, emotional baggage, any of those things, they're going to affect your relationship. I would definitely say I am in no way, shape, or form a relationship expert. Any advice that I give is from the heart, and it's from my personal experience, and I would never advise anyone to do anything that I wouldn't do personally. But I know, to tell someone when they should walk away for something, that's just something where we just too many times we go wrong with doing that. We're trying to tell people when they should walk away from somebody, and that's not anybody else's judgment call, but the people or the person that is in the relationship. And when I say you date at the level of your self-esteem, a lot of the things that we encounter and we endure in relationships, good, bad, or indifferent, it says a lot about where you are mentally and emotionally. You know, we attract people based on where we are as well. When I wasn't always operating at a higher energy, and I didn't always have self-love, and I was dealing with self-esteem issues, and not liking myself and not liking the way I looked and all of that, I gave off those vibrations. So in turn, I feel like I attracted men who operated at the same lower level of frequency. So you need to be mindful of that. You also need to be mindful that we sometimes don't give ourselves enough credit as women. We are more powerful than we think we are, and we give all of our energy and all of our emotions and all of our being over to this to the relationships that we encounter, and that plays a part in us losing ourselves even more. There's no way that you can bring something to the table in a relationship with anyone if you're not clear on who you are. One of the things that my mom used to tell me when I started dating was, figure out what you don't want. And I used to always say, well, Mom, why do you say that? And she said, because when you know what you don't want, it's more of what you don't want out here than what you do want. And when you recognize what you don't want and what you will, and you set boundaries as far as relationships, you won't expose yourself to certain things, because you will know, like, you know what, this is a non-negotiable. You have to set your non-negotiables. They're just, whether that's, disrespect, whether that's, dealing with someone who, doesn't have a job, if you're dealing with someone who has mommy or daddy issues, if you're dealing with someone that, doesn't believe in a higher power, all those are non-negotiables, and all of those and those are just a few, but those are things you have to be able to have a clear and finite answer of what you don't want. Because once you are clear on what you don't want, when you are faced with those types of interactions, you will know, that ain't it, and you won't question it. There's nothing wrong with setting boundaries. There's nothing wrong with being clear on what you will and will not tolerate. And I think that the only essence to getting to that is by knowing truly who you are. That requires self-reflection, and it also requires you to be by yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be a hermit. That doesn't mean that you can't, go out on dates, or, you can't have companionship or talk to people or things of that nature. But it's very, very crucial to understand who you are before you entertain any type of relationship with anyone. Because when you're not clear on who you are, that just already sets a bad tone for the relationship. Because it's most of the time when you're not clear on who you are, you're looking for somebody else to create that definition for you, which is never good. So I challenge you guys today, men and women, but like I said, I speak specifically for youth and women. Sit down and think about, what are your non-negotiables. Take time being by yourself. There is nothing wrong with singleness. Singleness does not make you any less of a person. It doesn't mean that you are any less worthy than. It just means that you value yourself, you value your life, and you value wanting to know exactly what you deserve, and you're being proactive in how to get that by focusing on you and trying to do the work with yourself. A lot of the times we don't want to do the work. We want all of these miraculous things in our life. We want the house, we want the car, we want the money, we want the clothes, we want the we want the internal peace, we want the the connectedness, we want the balance, we want the centeredness, but we don't want to do the work. And there's no getting around that. You have to do the work, and the work starts with you and you solely. So I just felt like it was, this was a message that I wanted to get out to, more than just people who were DMing me on IG and all of that. And I hope that this reaches and touches whoever else it's supposed to reach, as far as my subscribers and anybody else who may visit my page. I am loving on y'all. I hope y'all are having a great and prosperous day. And again, you can find me on Instagram at I_AMH0PE for daily education and just informational and just posts to uplift you, to help your emotional and mental health and wellness. I will see y'all and talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Peace, love, and light.